All right, ladies and gentlemen, so today we talked about the three types of economics graph, or three economy graphs that we can have in macroeconomics. These are super important because everything we do from here on out stems from these graphs. We're gonna start with a certain one, we're gonna make the economy better, or we're gonna mess it up, or whatever. But they all stem from one of the three graphs. So what I did with you, and if you're out today, you have the worksheet that looks like this. We started with the production possibilities curve and the long run aggregate supply curve. The reason we do this is because they kind of show the same idea. The idea that there's a certain amount of production that we can get in our economy that depends on the availability of resources or capital goods or human capital, technology, those types of things. And so we have A, B, and C, and we have A, B, and C here, where you should by this point know that B is efficient, or it's our potential. That's what we're able to do with all of our resources being used efficiently and as productively as possible. A, we're not up to the task here. We're being inefficient. We're not as good as like a depression or a recession. And C, to this point, has been impossible. It's going to become possible, but we'll talk about that a little bit later here. So the question is, how can we combine these things? Now, we talked about our long-run aggregate supply curve, we talked about our short-run aggregate supply curve, our aggregate demand curve, but we have not combined these three curves here. So what we're going to do here is this right here, my short-run aggregate supply and my aggregate demand, this tells us where these two curves intersect, tells us about what we are currently, right now, producing. So we're going to label this where short-run aggregate supply curve and the aggregate demand curve intersect. We're going to label this what we call YC. So we use Y to kind of abbreviate real GDP. It's going to be our output current, our current level of output. So I'm going to label it YC. Okay? And it'll be price level C as well. Price level current. Fair enough? So wherever these two curves intersect, that's what you are currently doing. Now, notice, my long-run aggregate supply curve, I don't have YC, I have YF. Wherever the long-run aggregate supply curve is, it's probably going to be where you have YF right now, which is your full employment output, the best that you can do. You can't do better. This is the best you got. So YF. Now we're going to merge these together because I want you to look here. Let's imagine that our economy is producing like A. Are we happy with that? No, we know it's inefficient. It's in fact, it's like, somebody give me the historical era. Great Depression. Beautiful. Great Depression. Think about it here. Look at the level of output. If we are currently producing at Y or at A, if this is our level of output, let's say this is our YC here. Notice my YC is less than what I am doing when I am at full employment output, when I'm maxing out my production. So let's say we want YC to be what we're doing right now. We need to place our long-run aggregate supply curve over here. What do you notice about YC compared to YF? At A, YC is far below YF. So we have YC here, we don't have YF. Watch what I do. This is an economy that is producing below full employment output. This is an economy that is in a recession. This space right here is known as a recessionary gap from time to time. Okay? Notice, if we are currently at YC, what is true about our unemployment rate? Is it above the natural rate or is it below the natural rate? We know that our output is below normal. So if output is falling, real GDP is falling, that means unemployment must be rising. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the video off. There are two other types of economies that we can have besides this guy. We can have an economy where we're at B, where we in fact are currently producing full employment output, or where we are producing at C, which is beyond full employment output. Take a second, see if you can make those graphs if you weren't in class today. See if you can try that on your own. I'm going to make a second video here, show you those graphs, all right, and see if you get them right. All right, so try that right now. Try and make the graph where we are currently at B or currently at C. See if you can do that. I'll be right back.